Hi, y'all. Anyways, I wanted to talk about some gold. JeffWilliams.com. Anyways, so, no, I'm just joking about that, but sure, why not? I was thinking, like, the Blue Bull gold classifier. And if you guys do not know how that works, go check it out on YouTube. But I just thought about my own idea. And I was thinking about, like, a donut, like a car tire, and it's spinning so fast. Like, I'm talking about, you know, at least 30 miles per hour or so. So it's kind of like turning on a vehicle and traveling for, say, like a whole hour, right? So you would put the gasoline in this machine and have this thing spin, and not just that, but it will vibrate. So I don't know how that's going to work. So what is going to happen is all the heavies, the black sand and all that, where is it going to go? It's going to go all the way to the sides of that cylinder of, like, the donut or whatever, right? And all the light stuff will be forced to stay in the center, and eventually, as more dirt is fed, more material is fed into this machine and it's vibrating, the heavies are going to, they're going to, like, get, like, magnetized to the sides, not with a real magnet, but by the force, by the gravity force, the gravitational force, because this rim thing, this tire or whatever, this disc is spinning so fast, and that heavy stuff is going, it's not going to go the opposite way. It's going to get stuck on the sides, right? Especially if it's going super fast. It's like us trying to go against that. It just wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. It will be impossible, right? So that's the key. Then more and more of the material will be added, and slowly, as it's spinning very fast, like 30 miles per hour, so it will just keep going at 30 or faster, right? And at the same time, it's shaking, is like vibrating a little bit. Like, maybe it could be on top of a vibrating table. So what's happening is it's getting pushed to the sides, and the the heavies are getting forced to the sides, as the lighter ones are bullied out and not allowed to go to towards the wall, or the side of the, this disc thing. And then more and more of the material will be added, and yeah, like, I think that would work. And I think, like, imagine, like, even like a table, kind of like those classifying tables with a bunch of these in there. So a button is pushed and they're just spinning, right? Like a fan, like a circuit of fans. And the material is placed on top, the heavy is going to drop into them and get stuck right away. They're going to get forced, right, and they're going to be caught up in that warp zone, and the lighters will be repelled from that warp zone, or it could just be one. For now, it could just be one. Yeah, I don't have to get too advanced, but basically the lights will get warped out, and it could be where there's water inside of it, which will create, yeah, like a warp, kind of like a swirl type of thing. So I don't know how that would work, but I was thinking more like dry material, and fucking the heavies would just go there, the lights will go up. It's common sense, right? And basically, it's just using the electricity, jeffwilliams.com, to take out the lighter stuff and filter all the heavies on the sides of the rims. So what do you guys all think? I think it will work, personally. What do you guys think? Write it in the comments, or don't. But how can something like this be created? Let's think. Um I see like a bicycle. A bicycle has a tire, connect a fucking electrical motor to it, or a fucking like a fan, a super fan, like a super powerful fan. Like there's super big ones with big engines, and instead of the blades, it has the vertical axis, no, the axis thing, that where the blades get attached to it. So right there, that's when it, like, kind of like a pan or something can be added, but it would have to have um like a lip on the top with the center opening, so you could feed it with the material. As I'm thinking, all the lights will go out, and then all the heavies will get stuck to the sides. And I just don't see how that would really work that well, but I just came up with the idea. So, like, it's like, yeah, fuck it, let's entertain the idea, right? Because what else are we going to do? It's like people are trying everything out there, but really technology and electricity has been helping us for a lot of reasons, even to cut wood. I mean, it's either you cut it with your hand and a tool and stay there for a long time, or you just have the machine do it for you, right? So that's the goal here. So I thought about like a some other ideas. I posted them online, but this other idea that I'm talking about has to be like something that spins, and you know that forces all the heavy to the sides, and somehow being able to feed it with more material. So maybe if somehow the material can get fed like say now I have to redesign the whole thing mentally. Now the rotating drum is has a belt on the side of it, because now I want to add a tube or something to go to the bottom of that, so more material can be fed into that as the light stuff on the very top come out of that machine, that unit thing. So it'll be like this toilet paper. All right. So let me see if I can put this down. Perfect. This is a perfect example, and it was just here. So right here, it'll have the rotating belt, and over here will be the engine. So you turn that on, this will spin. Or yeah, this way. It'll spin this way. Whichever way, really, it doesn't matter. All the heavies are going to get forced over here on the sides. This, it will have like a lip like this, and this is where all the lights will come out. The lighter material. The heavier material will be on the sides here when it's running full blast. And then to feed it, it'll come in, so it'll be closed off right here. And you will like basically push a button, and it'll allow more material to go in there. And when it's in here, we know that the gravity is going to be pushing it to the sides as the lighter stuff is coming out. Right? And we could run a bunch of material this way, and I think it's more convenient or more better. I don't know the word, but more like a better approach than using water and feeding it a lot of material and it running out. Because with this, I think we could run more material, guaranteeing that all the heavy stay to the sides, on the sides of this. And it could run for like, say 5 to 10 hours, and it could move like so much amount of mineral or so much material. But on a smaller scale, basically you have like a paint bucket, for example, and you make a small hole for the light stuff to come out or something like that. And you have like a 5-gallon bucket, or maybe 10 gallons of 10 gallons of 10 5-gallon buckets of dirt, of material, and basically you'll run all that shit through the machine, and the end, you know where all the good stuff will be at, right? So what do you guys think? Is someone going to fund me? Someone going to bless me with some money? Is that a great idea or what? Yeah, like, I could even see that. Like, I think you guys are getting the picture, right? You guys get the picture. That could even be done like on a bottle. Like, like this. This shit is spinning. And the bottom, it could have that connection thing for more dirt to go in. Slowly it'll go in. It would have to be programmed with a computer. I'm not talking about like, like they say, like a backyard dog breeder. I'm talking about something professional here. And it could be manufactured, created, and sold for like under $1,000. But more like commercial grade ones can be created and sold for thousands. But down here, it'll basically insert some of the material, and as it's spinning and spinning and spinning, it'll have a 90-degree angle right here and over here. So the heavies won't be able to climb. Like right here, they'll be able to climb up and escape, right? But if it's 90-degree and it's spinning so fast, all the lights will come out right here eventually. And it could be filled slowly from the bottom, and it could run for like 20 minutes before the dirt before the dirt starts coming out. And then, so like every minute, every second, only a certain amount of materials getting fed into the system, because it takes time, it takes patience. Kind of like the blue blue turbo bowl machine. So anyway, that's just an idea that I had. Oh shoot. And I thought to share it with everyone. I mean, I don't have the money to manufacture something like that. And to, build something like that. I could probably design it, but I just did mentally. Excuse me. And I guess if you really were serious about doing this without, like, on a budget, then I think, honestly, if it's spinning so fast, I don't even think it'll create like a cyclone in there. And I think you'll be able to like throw little grains of sand in there, and they'll get sucked up like, like so fast. It will be spinning so fast. And the lighter stuff, obviously it will be coming out here. So this wouldn't be like a little toy or anything or something to play with. This would be a machine. So you would have to wear, good clothing, maybe a face mask, definitely a face mask, because you don't want the sand getting in your eyes, especially in the beginning stages of research and development, because you wouldn't want to be the guy that gets blind, and so you could be a story later on in the future, like, hey, when this first started, this guy went in there without goggles and a face mask, and therefore he became blind. So now we consult and advise everyone to wear face masks. So let's just get that out of the way. Safety first, right? Always. So say it is just like a bowl, like a kind of like a painter's thing, and you just make a hollow center with the drill bit or something, and somehow you connect it real good, you rig it up real good where when you make it spin, it'll be straight on. And if you have it on the vibrating table, and as it's spinning, and then this thing just, it might not even require a vibrating table, honestly. But if all the rocks, like say a bunch of circles, are, together and interlocked together by the force, kind of like gravity pushing gravel and compacting gravel on the ground for so long, that's what's going to happen here. It'll be a little bit difficult for this stuff for the heavies to go in and the lights to go out. But with the vibrating table, it will slowly, bring it to the disc on the very edge, on the side walls, all the way around. And yeah, I think if it's spinning so fast, it will create that cyclone in there, and it will not clog up in there, I believe. Why? Because you have the opening. You have the opening. So it'll be spinning so fast in there. And this opening, the sand will basically get filled up only to the radius of the opening. So you'll be able to put more in there, and that will get sucked up on all directions, and all the lighter stuff will come out. Boom. And then just, fly off. And then, so you could run a lot of material that way. Like, this thing could be spinning like super, super fast. So don't be deceived. Like, if you could make it go like 100, 200, that'll be one dangerous fucking machine, but very, very effective. And I'm thinking if you have it at that level, you would probably need a lot of a lot of safety stuff. Consider a lot of safety things in mind. If you guys ever do this, like a little tripod. No, yeah, like a little mini bike. You guys can just go buy one of those. Fucking get the engine, rig it up. I mean, but I don't have the money for that type of shit. But if I did, that would be one cool project to fucking work on. Fuck yeah. Right? Especially like if I had some money for like, pay dirt, just so I could experiment and, run the fuck out of this shit and buy a bunch of it. And just to see if like all of it stays in here, all the gold. So by the end of the day, or the time period on this, we ran it through the vibrating table or the other machines that filter out some of the heavies from the gold, the black sand from the gold. Then we weighed it out, and it's as specified from the the stores that sell the gold, and it tells you how much, it specifies how much gold is in the pay dirt. If all of it has been collected, then guess what? This thing did its job. So, anyways, I just wanted to quickly share this. And if you guys are, maybe you guys want to redesign it and, catch more gold and prevent gold from escaping for whatever reason, then, instead of, like, we can all do that all day long, right? Instead of a smooth surface on the side, now some smartass out there will be like, well, instead of the smooth sides on the walls, I thought of, like something like my fingers. So now you're creating grooves, like a fucking like a vacuum tube that has a bunch of that little pattern of the V-shaped things, right? So now as it's spinning, it's getting stuck in these little grooves. You know what I mean? So, I mean, but for the most part, I don't even think we would have to even do that shit, honestly. It would just be a matter of getting that cylinder, creating a opening at the very top, and that hole, it doesn't have to be this big. It could be, you know, like half an inch or a quarter of an inch, because a lot of people know that after so much, especially if people are doing this all day long, they know how much gold they get per material, per weight of material or whatever, right? So by running this machine, and say you put 10 of the 5-gallon buckets in here, you know for certain that your gold is going to stay in here regardless. Even the black sand, even if there's black sand, that shit's gonna fly out. The gold is gonna stay out here. At this point, your black sand, if it's filled with black sand, at this point, your black sand will be your lights. Your gold is going to stay on the sides. So yeah, no need to worry about you know any of any imperfections or bugs or any worries on um your gold you know getting lost or escaping out of this unit, because it's going to be a cyclone. It's going to be spinning fucking super 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 fast. you know it's like a fucking tornado in real life. That shit picks up fucking cars, fucking tosses them miles across, or whatever. That shit doesn't give a fuck. You know, so it could be called something like that. Fucking cyclone, tornado, gold filter, something like that. Okay, that's all, folks. Thank you. Let's all just get ugly and die, I guess.